There are several ways that you can enter resource usage against jobs in Eralis Anywhere, and we'll look at each one of these. Resources would include any non-staff assets like company vehicles or equipment. First, let's look at entering resources directly from the calendar. The first thing you'll do is choose the applicable subjob. This field is searchable, so you can type in any part of the subjob ID, title or customer name to find the result you want. This button indicates whether the time is billable or not. The date will default to today's date. You can change this by selecting a date using the calendar or by manually entering a date. If you have a default resource set up for you, then this will be shown. You have the option to change it if you are recording usage for different equipment. The linked item code can also be changed. For example, you may want to enter total kilometers travelled rather than the usage hours. You can enter the start and end time, which will automatically calculate the duration for you, or you can enter the duration in hours. Changing the duration field will adjust the end time. The time type will default from your profile. You would only change this if the resource was used outside standard hours. If any custom fields have been set up to capture additional information, they will be shown here. You can also add any relevant notes for your project manager. These could also be printed on the customer invoice. Now that you have all the details entered, you can save the entry. Alternatively, you can enter resource usage right from the appointment in your calendar. In this case, the appointment has already been created by the Eralis job scheduling tool, but you can also create appointments by clicking into the grid. Clicking on the calendar appointment will open the appointment window. You can see at the bottom of the form that you have the option to enter resource usage from here. This takes you to the same screen that we just used, so you can follow the same process from here. You will see that the subjob ID is already populated, and this comes from the appointment. I would also like to point out another feature on this window, which is the Copy To button at the bottom of the window. This drop-down list allows you to quickly enter the same usage for multiple resources linked to your team. Now we'll look at entering resource usage using the grid interface. To select the subjob that the time will be coded against, use the Add Row button. As we saw previously, you can search in this field to find the subjob you want. From this grid, you can quickly enter the details and submit by clicking Save Resource Entry. If you hover over any field in the grid, you'll see a pencil icon appear. Clicking this will open the resource entry form we looked at earlier. From here, you can go about entering notes or start and end dates. Depending on the authorization level of your account, you may also be able to enter usage for other team resources. You can do that by simply clicking on the drop-down box here and choosing the new resource.